The planes are landing right now. As you watch this, thousands of international visitors are clearing customs at Tokyo's airports, pulling out their phones to book luxury buses and express trains. They are looking at travel itineraries promising them a seamless, ultra-populated country where every mountain valley is connected by high-speed transit and every town is a bustling hub of local culture. They assume that in a country with limited flat land, humans would never willingly surrender an entire community back to the wilderness. Nobody has told them about the zones where the human population has officially hit zero. Because there is a silent cartography in Japan that the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport, and Tourism logs under a chilling term, Genkai Shuraku, marginal villages. These are entire municipal towns and industrial settlements that have crossed the demographic point of no return. They are not ancient history. They are modern communities with post offices, school grids, and apartment blocks where the last resident has died or left, leaving behind thousands of completely intact ghost towns hidden in plain sight. This is the ultimate evolution of neon and moss. It is the reality of a nation experiencing localized extinction. To see where the rest of rural Japan is heading over the next 30 years, you have to look at the 5 most famous, heavily documented abandoned towns and villages that have been entirely wiped clean of human life. Entry number 5, Yubari, Hokkaido. In the mid-20th century, Yubari was a booming, high-energy metropolis. Located on Japan's northern island, it was the crown jewel of the nation's coal mining industry, boasting a proud population of over 120,000 people. It featured packed shopping districts, crowded cinema halls, and dense rows of family housing blocks built to support a thriving blue-collar workforce. But when the Japanese government systematically shifted its energy policy from coal to imported oil, Yubari's entire economic foundation evaporated. In 2007, it became the only major city in modern Japanese history to officially declare bankruptcy. Today, Yubari is a massive structural ghost landscape, while a tiny, aging fraction of people live in a heavily consolidated zone near the main station. Entire surrounding neighborhoods, school districts, and municipal housing complexes have been completely abandoned. Massive concrete apartment buildings sit with their doors open to the freezing winter snow and thick green moss carpets the empty asphalt playgrounds. It is the ultimate example of how an entire industrial city can financially collapse and be swallowed by the landscape. Entry number 4, Osarizawa Settlement, Akita. Deep in the isolated mountains of Akita Prefecture lies the remnants of a community that survived for over 1,000 years before vanishing into thin air. This is the Osarizawa mining town. Gold was first discovered here in the year 708, and for centuries it was one of the most productive mineral sites in the country. During the 20th century industrial boom, the site was modernized into a massive copper and zinc facility, and an entire self-sustaining town was constructed on the mountain ridges to house thousands of miners and their families. The complex included multi-story apartment buildings, community centers, and a highly advanced processing grid. When the mine permanently choked out and closed in 1978, the entire population packed their bags and left within months. Because of its extreme isolation, Osarizawa became an architectural time capsule. The massive wooden and concrete tier-shaped structures of the processing plant still cling to the mountainside like an industrial Mayan pyramid. Below the facility, the family housing blocks stand empty, with household calendars from the late 1970s still hanging on the walls. Moss and wild mountain weeds have completely carpeted the stairwells, proving that a millennium of human history can be erased by nature in less than 50 years. Entry number 3, Ashio Akakura, Settlement, Tochigi. Located just a few valleys away from the famous heavily crowded tourist shrines of Nikko, sits a dark, forgotten piece of Japan's industrial past, the Akakura settlement of the Ashio copper mine. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, Ashio was responsible for producing over 1/3 of Japan's entire copper output, fueling the nation's rapid modernization and military growth. To hold the massive influx of laborers, the mountainsides were cleared to build dense, tightly packed wooden towns like Akakura. However, the mine became infamous as the site of Japan's very first major industrial pollution disaster, as toxic gases killed the surrounding forests and acid rain stripped the mountains bare. The mine was officially shuttered in 1973, and the settlements were completely abandoned to the elements. What makes Akakura so famous today is the surreal environmental turnaround. The toxic mountains that were once completely barren have been aggressively reclaimed by nature. The acidic soil has healed, and a massive, dense blanket of thick green moss and wild cedar trees has grown over the collapsing wooden houses. Roofs have caved in under the weight of growing trees, and old rusted mining tools are now embedded directly into the forest floor. It is a striking monument to nature's ability to violently heal itself once humans are removed from the equation. Entry number 2. Nagoro, Tokushima. Deep within the rugged, mist-shrouded Iya Valley on Shikoku Island lies a village that has captured international attention for its deeply unsettling solution to human extinction. This is Nagoro. Decades ago, Nagoro was a normal, vibrant rural village with hundreds of residents, a local school, and a bustling agricultural economy. But as the young people migrated to Osaka and Tokyo, the population collapsed. By the early 2000s, the village had entered the final stages of the marginal village crisis. The school closed because there were no children left, and the streets fell completely silent. Faced with the literal disappearance of her hometown, a returning resident named Tsukimi Ayano began constructing life-sized straw dolls to replace every person who passed away or moved away. Today, Nagoro is known globally as the Scarecrow Village. Dolls are meticulously placed throughout the community to mimic human life. Straw children sit at wooden desks inside the permanently closed school. Adult dolls lean against telephone poles, and silent figures fish in the local river. The human population has dropped into the single digits, meaning that the silent, unblinking dolls outnumber the living residents by 10 to 1. It is a haunting, beautiful landscape where the physical structures of a community are perfectly preserved. The human heartbeat has been replaced by straw and moss. Entry number 1. Nichitsu Mining Village, Saitama. The number 1 location on this list is the most legendary, completely untouched ghost town on Japan's main island. Tucked deep inside the jagged chasm of the Chichibu Mountains, just a few hours from the bright neon lights of central Tokyo, lies Nichitsu. Nichitsu was a deeply isolated mountain town built entirely around a prosperous limestone and mineral mine. Because the geography made commuting impossible, the mining company constructed a fully functioning, self-contained society deep in the mountain forest. It featured a state-of-the-art hospital, a large elementary school, a gymnasium, administrative offices, and rows of wooden apartment blocks for families. At its peak, it was a lively, close-knit community hidden away from the rest of the world. When the mine scaled down its operations and automated in the late 20th century, the town was completely abandoned, left entirely to the mercy of the mountain climate. Nichitsu is world famous because it is a total, unfiltered structural time capsule. Because it is surrounded by steep cliffs and dense forest, it has remained remarkably preserved. Inside the abandoned hospital, doctors' desks are still littered with patient records, and surgical tools sit rusting on metal trays. In the elementary school, wooden organ pianos stand silent in the dust, and textbooks remain stacked on desks. The damp mountain air has allowed an intense, vibrant layer of green moss to claim the town, growing over tatami mats, carpeting the floors of the old gymnasium, and wrapping around the rusted cars left on the side of the road. It is the ultimate physical definition of the moss, a complete human society, frozen in time and slowly dissolving back into the earth. The beauty of these abandoned towns isn't just in their eerie silence or their cinematic decay. The reality is that they are a geographical preview of what happens when a country's population shrinks faster than its borders. They prove that without constant human maintenance, the line between a functioning modern town and a moss-covered forest can be completely crossed in a single generation. This channel, Neon and Moss, is here to look past the crowded neon corridors and document the raw infrastructure of a nation that is quietly returning to the wild. If you want to explore the deep hidden geography of Japan, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join us for the next journey. Let me know in the comments below, which of these 5 ghost towns feels the most surreal to you? Until next time, Matane.